Good evening and welcome back to Wheaton on Air episode number 2. Thank you for joining us today. First, we're gonna start off by saying we're missing Isaac. He's out for today, for the evening, and he'll join us later. But for tonight, it'll just be us, and then our guest Owen Lambert, who will be joining us, and we'll get a chance to talk to him a little bit. And but to begin, I want to talk a little bit about sports stuff, and I'm going to hand that off to Justin.
Yeah. I just wanted to highlight a couple things in the athletics this past week, just to give everyone a heads up. If you haven't been out to see any of the sports games this past couple weeks, I know it was fall break, but on Wednesday, the women's soccer team secured their CCIW tournament spot with a 3-1 home victory against Carroll University, which was huge. I run the student broadcasting, color analysis in the booth, and so it's been fun to be in that world of stats and see the sports teams play their seasons out, and as their seasons start to move toward playoffs, that's huge for them to secure their tournament spot. The volleyball team fell to Carthage 3-1 in a road match, but they continue a phenomenal season. However, even with that loss, as they are 19-8, which is a monumental season. They've seen some coaching changes, but that's been huge for them to continue a huge season for them. I know some of their players are ranked nationally. The football team today, I guess this is Saturday, they won a 28-24 home victory against Wash U, and that is their third home game, and that was huge for them. Hopefully you guys were able to go out and see that. That was a great, very closely contested match. I think, Owen, you said that it was, 15 minutes where it was the same score?
Yeah, it was held for a while there at 28-24.
Something like that, yeah, which is makes things entertaining, and you know. And then last, the Wheaton men's soccer secured their CCIW title with a 2-1 win at Carroll, and that is huge for them as they also continue a crazy good season as they are 11-2-3 on the season so far. Their upcoming home match on Wednesday is at 7 o'clock. Pop out and see that. That is their last home match, and make sure to go and cheer them on. And I think for events, Ben, you've got some events to highlight for this coming week. So what we got?
Yeah, so just a few events I wanted to cover in the next few weeks. So just maybe things you might want to be aware of or might start thinking of going to. Starting on Tuesday, October 28th, a Timberland choir, The Witness of Creation, is in the Armored Concert Hall starting at 7:30, and that goes till 9:30. For all of you wondering what that might entail, that's just going to be an evening of music, poetry, and art, all celebrating the wonders and witness of creation. So that's an exciting and fun event as far as the conservatory goes. Also on Tuesday, there is a chess club meeting from 7:30 to 8:30 in MSC 103. That's just going to be a fun time where anybody can show up and play some chess, even if you're a new player to the game. They'll have some people dedicated to teaching the basics of chess as well. So that one's open to everybody and all levels of playing as well. On Wednesday, October 29th, the Philosophy Speaker Series has another speaker, and that speaker is Daniel DeHaan. He's talking in Blanchard 339 Lecture Hall starting at 7:30, and that goes till 9:30 p.m. So that's bound to be a very insightful lecture. So that's one thing to keep on your schedules as well. Also, on November 1st, I wanted to mention the Symphony Orchestra is performing Planets at 7:30 in Arlington Concert Hall. You do need to reserve your tickets, so you might want to start thinking about that. However, they are free for students. All you got to do is follow the QR code on the many posters around campus. But that'll be a good concert to go to as well. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is November 7th. It's approaching that time of year where we have the talent show. So that's bound to be exciting as well.
Hype.
I know that's going to be great to go see all of the acts, and I'm excited to see my friends perform, and I can't wait for that. But that's November 7th. So keep that in mind. Are there tickets for that, or is that just show up and
I think there are tickets to go to that,
okay?
but
I don't
it's
think
less than like
yeah.
$10, so
Yeah.
it's pretty chill.
And I don't think those are being advertised yet or up yet. So, but keep that on your radar as well. If you want to go, make sure to reserve a ticket. Alrighty, that's it for events. And I'm gonna pass it back to Levi. He's gonna talk about some Res Life events, and then we're gonna talk to Owen as well, and he's have some input in that as well.
So, res life wise, we actually want to kind of put a call out for anyone who's interested in applying to be an RA. That is something that we are trying to promote here as RAs. Both Owen and I are RAs, and I believe we're both enjoying our time. And so, yeah, that is something that we'd encourage you if you are interested to apply. It's a great time to learn about just kind of some work and building community, and you grow as an individual, and it's just a wonderful time to a wonderful opportunity that you as a student can take here on campus to grow in leadership skills and as an individual, and in many aspects your faith as well, which is really cool. So I kind of wanted to throw that out there. And then there is an OOCH event coming. They don't have a specific name for it yet. It's on November 16th. It's kind of a World Fair thing. That's what I've heard from Ian at least. And so that'll be coming up relatively soon. And then I don't know, is there something going on for you guys at all?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest event I can think of for Smaber right now would be, of course, Octemberfest. Yeah, it's a really fun time, kind of guided tour through each floor on Smith and Traber. Big shout out to my guys on T4 who are doing a heck of a job trying to get the ball rolling. It should be a good time. People from outside of Smith Traber show up. People from outside of Wheaton College, I'm pretty sure,
Wait, do they
can
actually
show
do that?
up. Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a cool time. We have like popcorn and drinks and stuff. Yeah, and then you guys get to be the judges of which floor did the best job. It's a heck of a time.
Yeah, I know my past few years at Wheaton College, I've really enjoyed being a part of Octemberfest. I was on T5 my first year, and then on T4 last year. So I'm just excited to come back and kind of view the whole thing as a guest or as like um, yeah, as a guest. So I'm just happy like to step back and enjoy it from a different perspective. It's gonna be a great event this year, and I'm excited for that. When is that happening? What's the date for that?
I believe it is November 1st.
That sounds right.
Yes,
Yeah.
that sounds right. So make sure to put that on your calendars and save the day for that. It's always a wonderful event for Res Life.
As a Fisher guy, I never got to like put on or set up anything for the Octemberfest. So would you like to? You three are coming from Traper. Would you like to kind of elaborate and explain what that's like for someone who doesn't have that experience?
I was also on T4 my first 2 years, and I remember Oktoberfest being a lot of fun both years. And Owen, you can probably speak more into like how the themes work and everything.
Yeah.
But I can just say that being involved in Oktoberfest was very memorable. I grew closer to a lot of the guys on the floor, and setting up the themes and parts, and then just having memories. Like even now as a junior, I can still look back and think like, oh, remember that time, remember this time. I mean, Owen, you were there for
Yeah.
my sophomore year, and you were there for sophomore year, so we have a lot of the same memories and a lot of the hilarious bloopers and stuff that happened behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's kind of like a turning, like pivoting point for a lot of the freshmen, and then even like a further bonding point for the sophomores. Kind of just putting forth their best effort on the floor. Yeah.
Do you think Fisher could ever do something like Oktoberfest, or do you think they don't have the energy to do that? Or
Shouldn't go and steal our thing, but
I think an event like that would be possible. I think they could build momentum
Yeah, for
easily
sure.
and get something like that going.
I mean, what events they got cheese night, and that's the only thing I can really think about.
This
What
is
even
true.
is cheese night?
It's something that T2 puts on, and I just know Riken goes. Not C2, sorry. Sorry, Two East. Not
Okay,
C2.
Two East. Okay,
Two
okay.
East. That they put on. I know Riken shows up. I've been invited. I haven't gone, but that's the only like big event that I know Fisher does.
I thought, don't they have like some like dodgeball thing too? I've heard.
Oh
like,
yeah,
mentions of
Fisher
that.
dodgeball. That's at the beginning. A lot of freshmen showed up. That was actually kind of fun.
Okay, so that's like a one-time thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that is a
okay.
one-time thing.
Gotcha,
I
gotcha.
actually went to that my freshman year.
Was it fun?
It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you weren't in Fisher your freshman year though. You just
But
showed
I
up.
hopped on over.
Okay, that's
Hey,
fun.
I mean
What
that
floor
shows
did
like the community though. Like, just
I
hop
don't
on
know.
over.
Whatever floor Youngin was on.
Okay, great.
Yeah. On what are you seeing on your floor, and how the what's like the preparation look like for putting on something like Octemberfest, coming from like an RA perspective?
Yeah. It definitely looks different on the front loaded preparing for Octemberfest, like getting the ball rolling and ideas in people's heads, kind of having just collective ideas and script writing and getting supplies. It's an exciting time, but it's also like just very it makes you nervous a little bit, kind of like butterflies in your stomach, like,
For
oh,
sure.
we gotta put this product out there
Absolutely.
for judges to come and see. But it's really fun because you get to see the amazing ideas that all my like brilliant residents have in their minds, and it already has been a point of bonding between both sophomores and freshmen. Yeah, it's a really cool thing to see unfold.
Yeah, I think because last year our theme was we had a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
And what did we have exactly?
It was like a time travel thing, wasn't it?
That's what it was. Yeah.
like somebody
Yeah.
stole the
It was
time
kinda just
key
like
or
a
something.
jumble of random events that we led everybody through.
So we had like a
Um,
dinosaur room. What else?
I thought it was actually pretty cool, but we didn't really have like a set theme,
Yeah.
which is definitely a route to go, and it's very unique. It ended up being very unique experience, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of the other floors went with like a very specific theme. I think
Mhm.
there was like wasn't there like a Frozen, or am I
It's
thinking
like a
that
There was a
Titanic.
Frozen.
there's a
Yeah.
Titanic theme? Yeah, yeah. So like it ended up being just like a jumble of like both funny and a little bit weird kind of events. But it was kind of cool to set that up, and to just kind of have everybody's ideas come together and then perform that for all of the guests and all of the people who wanted to come and see us. So it was great.
Yeah, I think it worked out too because I remember a lot of the people on the floor had different ideas. And I think it was a good way to like implement everybody's ideas, because in the planning process, I remember we had like what 4 or 5 meetings for it. We still couldn't decide what we were doing, and then finally we're like, you know what, we're all gonna put it together and come up with this time travel thing, and that gives an excuse to have like a Titanic room from the early 1900s, and then dinosaur room from like that that time, and etc.
Dude, I missed out on this. I didn't go last year. I went freshman year, but I missed it.
Really?
Okay. What
a
did
good
you do your
time.
freshman year? What was your theme? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Ben?
So our theme the freshman year was the Dark Knight.
That's what it was. I
I
was gonna mention
I
that.
played Bane.
Oh,
That is so
okay.
fun.
I
That's
played
great.
Bane at the Bible study.
Wow.
Because I remember going through your setup in your lounge. Like, this is so sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was actually really fun because we took all the couches and we kind of put them, we stood them up sideways, and we kind of just formed a bunch of walls in our lounge, and then we hung sheets over those, and we made it like very like we were trying to go for like Batcave vibes on one side, and then the other side was another thing. It was like another stop on the thing, but the Batcave was one of the things I had a part in making, and we had like 4 monitors that we set up, and then we found some like moving graphics of like Gotham City and stuff like that. So we put maps up, and the lounge was dark, and so it ended up being like a really cool vibe because you walk in one side and it was this whole experience with the storyline, and then you oh, I think it was actually Wayne Manor. So the tour guide played a note on the piano we had up on T5, and then it opened up the Bat Cave, and they walked through the lounge, and it was this whole big setup with the Bat Cave and all of that stuff. So it ended up being a really cool thing that we slept together. I think it was mostly just the night of, and so Oktoberfest is like that. It just tends to be like you plan and plan and plan, and then it gets down to that Saturday night or the Friday morning, like the Friday night, and then it's that Saturday morning and afternoon, and you're just, all right, well, what are we gonna do if this doesn't work? Or
Yep.
and you're just running around trying to make stuff happen, but then it all pulls together. So that's one thing about that specific experience that has really stuck out to me, and it's been really fun to be a part of twice now. And so now I get to step out of that and experience it from the other side. So I'm excited to kind of watch what happens.
Yeah, it'll be a little weird, being on this side of things and actually like not being a part of it and just seeing the setup and seeing the tours and everything while not being like a part of that, and just thinking about like, oh, how'd this work out and who came up with this idea, and especially because I'm kind of biased toward T4. I'm definitely gonna be
Oh yeah.
going to that floor
There's
first.
a voting process, right? You guys
There
vote?
is a
There
voting
is, yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Okay, how you get like little pamphlet things, right? That was
Yeah, I
that's
think
what I
so.
remember. Yeah, okay.
Do you know more, Owen, on how it works?
I know, like, so I know there's like two separate votes, right? So there's like the judges, which is I think the GRAs and ARD and RD. But then other than that, there's like a populist vote or something like that from Smith Traber.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And isn't there like awards for like best storyline and best set,
yeah,
stuff like that?
yeah, there are separate awards. And didn't we get best set last
Yeah,
year?
we did.
That's
get
why I
best
thought we
set
did.
last
Yeah, I think
year.
we
Yeah.
got best set last
We
year.
should have won it all, but
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
hey, we'll
Was
take
it
that.
stole it from you guys? What happened?
It was a women's floor. I can't remember which.
I don't
floor-
remember which one it was
which
either.
floor
It wasn't our sister floor. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Emperor's New Groove or something?
Something.
Yeah.
I didn't go to all the floors, which I remember freshman year I actually was able to, I think, go to all the
How are you
floors.
able to
Dang.
do that? Because I mean, again, I only went my freshman year, and it was like impossible to get. The lines are just so long. I think I went to 3 of the floors.
Before like the residence hall is open to everybody else, different floors have the opportunity to go to other floors, and people do.
Okay, yeah, that makes
tour
sense. Got it.
floors.
So yeah,
Yeah.
the people who are doing the event, who are
Can go
being
see.
the actors, can go see other people's floors, and so they're not missing out on all of the fun of that night as well.
Well, I'm glad that you guys got to do that because I was
Yeah.
thinking like that kind of sucks if you guys just stick to your one floor and you can't
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And also gives like everybody a good like test run of how things
Yeah.
are going, so they can figure out the the little errors or getting all the nervous willies out of the way.
Butterflies in your stomach out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that gives a little bit of time to like if something doesn't work. Oh, we got to fix this real quick before everybody comes. And anything else you want to add, Owen?
All I could say, yeah, it's just it's gonna be a great time. If you're not involved, please turn up. It's an awesome thing to see. Just support your friends who are in Smaber. If you're in Smaber, please get involved. It's really
Hey, you won't regret
fun.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely won't regret it. It's just a great time to get to know your peers, and even a chance to get to know other floors well and get to see what they poured their hearts and souls out into, other than their grades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know everybody's wiped after Octemberfest.
yeah, big time.
Well, Levi, what are your thoughts on Octoberfest and your experience? I know you said you didn't go sophomore year, but you went freshman year. What do you remember?
Yeah, I went with a bunch of friends that were at the time juniors, and that was a fun time. I don't know. It was as someone who it was cool to see just the community of Smaber because I've only been to Smaber a couple of times. I think I can count on like on my hand the amount of times I've visited Smaber. Like I have
What?
not done a lot of trips over there because it's always been Fisher my freshman year, and then Williston last year, and then Evan's here right now. And so but it was cool to be there and kind of just see the community that you guys have over there. It's different, and I appreciated that. It's cool just to see the different kind of creative things that people are able to come up with, and it was just fun. It was fun, and people are very impressive actors. I did notice some pretty good actors on campus, so that was pretty fun to see. That I think we went to this was 2 years ago, so it's like there's a Lion the Witch and Wardrobe. There's a Super Mario one. There's a Willy Wonka one. Those are the three that I remember.
I remember the Willy Wonka one. I don't know if I remember.
Yeah. So anyway,
this was a VeggieTales one, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that was T-Force. Yep.
Yeah, that was T4.
That one was fun. That was a good theme.
Yeah.
Gotta love VeggieTales.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, big shout out to my boys on T4 for the talent show. We have a group of my residents who are going to perform. I won't spoil it or go too far into the details, but it's going to be a really good time.
All right.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Well, that's all we have for today. We'd love to hear from you guys. So when this goes up on YouTube, if you guys have any questions for us or want to see or hear anything from us in the future, please drop a comment. Also, we have our podcast email, which is wheaton.on.air at gmail.com, not at at gmail.com. So please hit us up there if you have any questions. Obviously, we're gonna be trying to do these every week or so.
That's gonna happen though after.
After midterms, it was a bit midterms was a bit rough, so we'll try and be a little bit more consistent. So we'll be looking for people to interview and stories to tell. So we'd love to hear from you guys, our listeners, but also if you have anybody that you would like to hear from on the podcast, let us know as well. But that's all for tonight.
You're